Greetings and welcome to Go Code Quickie. And today we're going to be looking at managing jobs with Google BigQuery API. So basically, when we have a job and we're using the Python SDK here in order to send a job to have BigQuery execute a job, we're going to be looking at ways to manage that. So please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, reach out to me in the comments. Reach out to me in the comments. Always love to be assisted and always love to give out assistance as we work together to get certified with Google Cloud Platform. So there will be a link to the lab in the video description. Let's get started. So first things first, we want to take a look at, we want to be able to view our job data, right? So what we want to go ahead and do is we're going to take this environment object that we're working with, right? So that we won't look at several examples at a time. And we want to take this code and we want to be able to copy it. Now, when you're dealing with jobs, especially with the Python SDK, what we're going to have is that we won't be able to do anything unless we would get a result. Okay, we won't be able to do anything once you get a result. But once you're able to get that result, what we have, once you're able to get that result, right? And this is like a synchronous operation. We can't really go into it. We can't see if it's running. We can't see if it's being queried. So I have a short limit, right? So we avoid billing, but if I had a larger limit, right, this is going to happen synchronously. I've been looking around, but please write in the comments on how I can get this to async so I can ask if this job is canceled. But anyway, let's go ahead and run the script like so. Right, and then we could see we get some metadata about it, right? The type that it's a query, right? It could be a load extract. Here it's a query job, and we could see that it was created this day in December 2020, nearly the end of the year. Happy New Year, right? So this is how we get some information, right? And we can use the vars method in order to get more information if we'd like. Right, so now if we want to go back about to listing jobs, right? BigQuery holds on to that data, at least in Python SDK, as I know. BigQuery holds on to those jobs for at least 6 months. So we want to go ahead and do replace that environment object. Notice how list was true, and I want to be able to copy that code and just see some things we can look at here. All right, we go ahead clear. All right, and then you can see what we're working with. Right, so last 10 jobs, right? Last 10 jobs ran by all users, right? You could get the different types of we could get the different types of users who ran them, last 10 jobs, and then the last 10 jobs done, right? Meaning like the last 10 jobs that were completed, because we might have a situation where they're done, or either they succeeded or failed, right? So when it comes to development, usually all your jobs are going to be done. When it comes to production time, you can figure out this async issue, right? You're going to see that these lists aren't all going to be the same, right? And now we want to go ahead and cancel. If we want to go ahead and cancel a job, like I said, unless I could get this thing to go async, I could get this operation to go async. You're really not going to be able to see this, definitely in production time. Definitely looking around in the code on Stack Overflow maybe, right? But here's how we go ahead and cancel a job, right? What we would have is that this async function, right? We just go run this result. Maybe this should be in the async. I tried it both, but what we have is client cancel job. We want to use cancel job. You could also take the query job and call cancel on it, right? You can also job.cancel, but seems to do the same thing. Result seems to want to run until that cancel step, right? So that's going to but this is how you'd go about canceling once you're able to find that out. And now if you want to go ahead and repeat a job, right, we can't really take that job ID. ID is an ID for a reason. That means you can't have two jobs with the same ID. So what we're going to have to do is you're going to have to take the query job metadata, and then we're going to have to create a new job request. So this is what would happen if we wanted to create. We have our job ID, right? We want to print out the original query. Then we want to take this code, right, for our repeat job, right? What we want to do is we want to go ahead, create a new query, right? We have our original query job, right? We want to grab that query. Let's say, for example, this is useful if we don't have this, right? Because I'm just showing you everything as like the whole world is in the Python SDK. In real life, that may not be, right? You might be working with other API and apps, right? And all you get is the ID, and you really don't know what the original query was. So there you have it, right? And now you have your client as well, and also, like I said, the config earlier in the video, right? That the config object can go as a fourth parameter for your query job, and you could be able to see the results, see what we get, see if we have things come out as the same or not. That's our original query, and now it's our actually put it in another new line. Well, you can start to see if you can compare the two, right? They really do come out the same. They come out the same. So that is the lesson. That is the lab on managing jobs with Google BigQuery API. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, reach out to me. Reach out to me in the comments section. Any issues doing this lab, as a link to this lab will be posted in the video description. Thanks for watching.